Let's talk gaming and tech next, shall we? This week in Gaming and Tech, we are talking about Twitch's policy changes, a couple of them actually. We have Marvel teaming up with Wizards of the Coast for a very fun announcement, as well as a deal that is going to make Elon Musk even more money. Welcome, nerds, to the gaming and tech news for the week. This is a clip that has been taken out of the main show, The Week in Nerddom, which goes up on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. In gaming and tech, we like to talk about, well, you know, gaming and tech, trailers, announcements for new tech and games and consoles and everything in between that is gaming and or tech related. So this week in gaming and tech, all of this stuff happened. So yeah, let's get into this. Follow-ups and corrections is going to be the meat and potatoes of this section today. So Instagram, starting things off for follow-ups and corrections. Instagram has a new feature that they will be rolling out, which is similar to other short platforms, but there is a new stickers feature coming to the platform that is going to enhance reels and shorts, or stories rather. Sorry, shorts is YouTube. It's going to be an AI-based feature. It's going to remove the subject from any photo that you have and create that as a sticker that you can then attach to, again, reels and stories. So, and also you're going to be able to use other people's content for this, though that seems to be a little bit gray as to the exact regulations surrounding that. Are you going to be able to use whatever you want? Are people going to have to mark images that are going to be available for this? Is it going to be the other way around? Are you going to be able to take your sticker that you've made with your picture and attach it to somebody else's video? Like that, all of that was pretty murky with the announcement. So if there is a clarification made, we will be talking about that going forward. But right now, that's all we have. So let's move right along. Our next piece, we're going to jump into the Twitch bit. So the kind of the one that's getting the most attention, because it seems to be the most beneficial for creators, is the streaming policy. There has been a shift in Twitch's streaming policy that is going to allow anyone, with some caveats, to simulcast to any other platform. Previously, you could simulcast to a platform that was not viewed as direct competition. Apparently that didn't go over so well because they're not making the money they were expecting to, so they're changing it up a little bit. You can now simulcast to Twitch and YouTube and whatever other platform you want to stream to, all at the same time. The caveat here, though, is that it's only for people who do not have a contract with Twitch that says they are exclusively supposed to be streaming to Twitch, and that's it. So if you have a contract, if you are a Twitch partner and your contract says they have exclusivity rights to your streams, you're kind of boned. There's nothing you can do about it. But if you do not have that, then as the policy states, as it currently has been written, you can do whatever you want with your stream and they're not going to stop you. So that's pretty cool. Kind of effectively just writing into rule what's already been happening for smaller streamers, because nobody was enforcing the rule before. So yeah, anyway, from there, let's move over real quick to Netflix. We have another price increase for Netflix. The premium plan, which is the biggest, most high definition plan that they offer, has been bumped up from $20 a month to $23 a month. Just good information to have if you have a premium plan with Netflix. And then gaming side of the gaming and tech, we have Mortal Kombat 1 has patched a lot of stuff. They're waiting for the East Coast Throwdown, or East Coast Showdown rather, to come to its conclusion before they patched a couple of things, just because I honestly don't really know, because some of these things would have made the tournament go a little bit smoother, I would venture, but they got rid of the Sindel Infinite, they got rid of the glitch with Shao Kahn, where if somebody was using Shujinko as their cameo, then you could you effectively would lose the ability of your axe. There's a whole, I'll link to a Gaming with Glee, or who was it? Rufflemonger, I think, is the one who made the in detail video for both of those. But they've also nerfed a bunch of stuff as well. And there's been some controversy around what has and has not been nerfed or buffed or what have you. So The big ones are Baraka. Some of the reactions for Baraka have been nerfed a bit. And the other big one is Cyrax. Cyrax now, his chopper copter costs, if you do the extended version of it, if you hold the button instead of just press the button, it now costs an entire cameo meter instead of just half your cameo meter, which is significant, I must confess. I've already fought against a couple Baraka Cyraxes online, and it changed the rhythm of the fight for sure. The big controversy, though, is some of the less than powerful characters got changes, but they're not really changes. They're I don't know, it's a kind of a gray area, because it seems that some people are interpreting this as nerfs, when really the big one in my head is Scorpion. So before I saw the actual patch notes, because they didn't release the proper patch notes on the website, you have to get them through. There's a link in the description if you're very curious to the proper patch notes. But the proper patch notes have listed that Scorpion had a couple of his reaction times adjusted so that they didn't glitch or something along those lines, which is really not affecting my gameplay with Scorpion much. Scorpion is my main, even though he's one of the weaker ones in this game, and it's driving me a little bit crazy. But like, it's almost unnoticeable. And I say almost, it's largely unnoticeable, the tweaks that they've done to that character. So I saw some pretty big community backlash for quote-unquote nerfing Scorpion, and I don't really see that as having actually happened. A couple of the other things are very minor too. It's mostly just reaction times, glitching, visuals, and so on and so forth that got tweaked. So if you want the full rundown of the patch notes, again, there is a link down in the description. From there, let's talk about the launch. Ooh, more gaming stuff. Launch of Metal Gear Master Collection Volume 1. All of the launch issues are noted. Largely, these are going to be frame rate issues. There's a couple of typos, there's a couple of timing issues with certain things that aren't really majorly affecting gameplay, just kind of affecting the experience of replaying these games again. So for those of us that have the entirety of Metal Gear 1 and 2 memorized, you're gonna notice a couple of weird things as far as like cinematics go. Some sections of the game, you drop a lot of frames, you're gonna drop them down. I think some people are showing like pretty slideshow style frame rates. You're looking at like 8 frames a second and stuff. That's all been noted by Konami. They know that it's happening. They have stated that they are working on the patch that will fix all of these things, though a couple of things should be noted about that. First off, it is not going to be one big patch. It is going to be a series of smaller patches, and it's going to be a series of smaller patches over the course of time. So as they find something, or as they fix something rather, they're going to patch it and release the patch and then move on to the next issue. So it could be, 10 patches, it could be 3 patches. No date has been set for any of this information, but as it does, we will be talking about it. That is what we got for the follow-ups and corrections. We do have one trailer this time around, and once again, it's Mortal Kombat related. This time it is the new mobile game Mortal Kombat Onslaught has finally launched properly. Apparently the previous launch was like a soft launch to test it, that they just kept going. I don't know, the details were super muddy around this one because it didn't launch in any of their major territories. It only launched in some like peripheral territories, secondary territories even, and so very interesting situation here. But we got a launch trailer. It is now available for free on your iPhone or Android device, so go check it out for sure. And if you have a good PC emulator for Android, let me know that can handle Onslaught, because I don't. So I can't really play it. I just have to watch videos online. Anyway, from there we have regular ass news to talk about. In regular ass news, we're gonna honestly, I think the biggest one here is Marvel and Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast has teamed up with Marvel to include Marvel storylines into their Magic the Gathering card game. So there's going to be Marvel related cards and Marvel related storylines in Magic the Gathering. That's very interesting to me because I have a Marvel card game. I'm sure I'm one of like 10 people anymore that has it, but I have a Marvel card game in storage with all of my collectibles and stuff that's not part of the wall. And so this is ground that they've tread before, and we'll see if it works better this time. Probably will, because Wizards of the Coast kind of has a built-in fan base. They're not trying to create something from nothing. So that'll help. But the big caveat here is that it is not going to be on sale anytime soon. It is going to be 2025 before we start seeing the rollout of any of these cards, which I guess kind of is to be expected if you understand how this industry works. You have to create the new systems, and then you have to create the artwork, and then you have to create X, Y, and Z. So all of that stuff takes a lot of time to implement. So it kind of makes sense it's going to take them about a year to implement it. So there is that. And then our other piece of news for the gaming and tech section is Toyota and Lexus have announced that they have signed a deal that they're going to be adopting the Tesla charging ports. So any of the Tesla charging facilities, I guess you could call them, and the charging stations is probably more the terminology they use, will be able to charge future models of Toyota and Lexus. This is not the first company, because Lexus is owned by Toyota. Lexus is their luxury brand. This is not the first company to sign a deal with Tesla to do this. They're just the most recent in a line of companies. So Elon Musk is going to control the world eventually, right? Either it's going to be him or China, and I guess it's a battle to the top for that, because Bezos doesn't care anymore, it seems. But yeah, so interesting, kind of not ground shakingly unexpected. The standard will roll out with Toyota and Lexus model vehicles once again in 2025. So any of the 25 models, which will start rolling out about halfway through 24, are the ones that are going to have this new standard for charging. So trade in your old electric Toyotas, because you're not gonna be able to charge them anymore. It's probably the message here. But that's all we got for Gaming and Tech Regular. Let's get into suggestions for Gaming and Tech this week. And we're going not probably where you would expect. We're going to Halo Infinite, because Season 5 has just dropped a little over a week ago. And the Flood Armor is very Halloween appropriate and is free. One version of the Flood Armor is 100% free. All you got to do is play through the season and you get the Flood Armor, and that's pretty cool. But there are effectively 3 base portions of Flood Armor. One of them you have to pay for, one of them you earn through the Battle Pass, which is free, and the other one you earn through Mastery. You get through levels of your character in this season. So that's not, I mean, technically that's also free, but it's very difficult. So there's that. But either way, Halo Infinite is honestly so much more fun to play today than when it launched 2.5 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, I guess. And Season 5 is kind of a great example of that. I would say if you are a fan of the Halo franchise and gave up on it because of how poorly the launch of this game was handled, then now is a perfect time to revisit Halo Infinite, especially for your Halloween themed stuff. Go check out Halo Infinite Season 5, your suggestion for the week. Once again, this is just the gaming and tech section. It is a shortened piece of the much longer news show that I do over on youtube.com/generallynerdy, which is the main channel. There's a lot more music and comic books and movies and TV shows, etc., that can be found over there on the regular show. Thank you for joining me here, though, nerds. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.